Hi gents, today I wanted to talk a little bit about working up your lather for a nice shave with a safety razor or a straight razor. The important thing is that you have a nice brush, preferably a badger brush, but some guys would prefer a boar hair brush. They come in three varieties, badger, boar, or a synthetic. And the badger brushes are generally considered a little better because they retain the moisture better, and that's the key to a great lather, is keeping the moisture in your brush. So ideally what you'd like to do is get yourself a bowl. It could be anything you find in the cabinet. I have this bowl which was made for me, so it's kind of near and dear to my heart. And you can go with that, an old coffee mug, or some kind of a bowl you have in your pantry, in your cabinet, or one of these throwback mugs, which this happens to be an Old Spice from probably the early 1950s, something like that. Or anything really, if it retains heat, if it'll get warm and retain the heat for a little while, that's even better for you. So the key is I soak my bowl in hot water, fill it with hot water, soak the brush inside it at the same time for a good 2 to 3 minutes, and then take the brush out, give it a couple shakes. It'll be drippy like this, but give it a couple shakes, get most of that moisture out of it. And so then you don't have to be limited to your choices as far as just using a cream or just using a soap. I like to mix it up because I experiment a little bit. It's kind of fun, see what works best for you. So here I'll just give an example. This is my badger brush, and this is a glycerin-based shaving soap. So I'll run this around a bit and just coat the tips like so. And this, like I said, this is a glycerin-based soap. So I'll get started with this, and then I'll go ahead and mix it in with a shaving cream at the same time. And just get an additional coating of shaving cream on top of the glycerin-based soap, like this. So I get a good coating on there. And then I will grab my bowl, dump the water out of it, and just start lathering it up in my bowl to run it around like so. And even upside down is good because it gets inside the brush, and you can put a dab of water in there. And you'll see quickly after just a few seconds it starts building a nice lather. So the key is just back and forth and keep mixing it up. It'll take a minute to 2 minutes. Generally after 20-30 seconds you'll see that you'll get a nice lathering going, and it just gets thicker as you progress, as you can see. So the key is you'll notice that, number one, if your bowl starts to thicken up with a nice thick lather inside of it, and you're able to get your brush to stand up in that lather, like so, without falling over, you know you've done a pretty good job. And also, when you bring it away from the bowl, you'll see that you get these nice peaks coming off of it, like so. And that's a nice thick lathering, just to get ready for your shave. And so you can see that this bowl is filled up pretty good now with that's a nice lathering. You'll have no problem getting 2, 3, 4 passes out of a lathering like this. Look at that's a nice thick lathering right there. So again, just wanted to talk about that and let you know that you don't have to be limited. You don't have to say, I just can use a shaving cream or a shaving soap. You can feel free to mix various combinations and experiment a little bit and just see what works best for you. There you go. That's a nice thick, look at, that's a nice thick lathering right there. So I'm going to get my shave on pretty soon, and that's it for now. check out some of my other videos about shaving with a safety razor or a straight razor. I do some pretty good instruction on how to do it. Again, there you go. It's a nice thick lathering. Okay, so that's it for today. We see you next time, and have a great day. Remember, you start each day with a great shave, you'll make each day a great day. Take care.